Alright, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? This is of course your boy B Bullet RC coming at you guys again with yet another YEEZYS. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, so I took that day off. You know, I had things to do. Listen, the weekend is over, so you already know what time it is. It's time to get into this week's Heat or Hype, where we get into the latest sneaker releases, sneaker rumors, or anything I want to talk about in the sneaker or streetwear world. That is what we do here today. And remember, if I don't talk about a shoe, either I forgot about it, didn't edit it in, or it was just that basura. That I did not want to expose y'all to it, but this week the title is really gonna make sense because I have something that a ton of y'all sent me, and they are definitely going to be one of the worst sneakers, the worst things, because they're not exactly sneakers of 2021. Salutes to everyone who sent them to me, and we are getting very weird, very nasty, and also very futuristic for this week's Basura of the Week. Now I also got another big release reminder. Y'all might see it already. I am wearing it on the chest right now. There is a new Cactus Blossom flannel on the way. You guys know the last one is this joint right here. We dropped this one and it sold out pretty much immediately. So this was the old colorway, and now we have a new one, the one I'm wearing right now, and this one's actually thicker than the original. Now if I get closer real quick, if y'all don't mind, it's all the same details and even heavier wool on this one. A few embroidery still there, and if I turn around, yes, same details. The buffalo skull, more embroidery. Y'all already know how we do. And a lot of y'all already got the original flannel in, so y'all should already know what the standpoint is, what the quality is. Y'all know how we come into 2021. Now there is a small lookbook available right now if you guys want to check it out. Any more photos, I will leave that link down below. And as always, follow at SMPLIND for all the updates. Now with the new drop out of the way, make sure you drop a like on this vid, sub up if you haven't already, and finesse the bell as well. And let's get into this week's Heat or Hype. First off, we got some quick release reminders. The first one being the Silver Toe Jordan 1. Now these are going to be dropping on the 19th for retail of $170, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, no one is gonna be sleeping on these at all. And I'm gonna apologize in advance to the small feet gang, the ladies out there, because this is a women's only sneaker, or at least women's sizing only, but trust me, the dudes are gonna be going for these as well. So for the ladies out there in the finesse gang, y'all let me know down below, are y'all gonna be going for these Silver Toe ones? In my opinion, it's a pretty solid one, pretty solid colorway, pretty solid materials. It looks like the only problem is gonna be a ton of people going for them. Now my personal favorite release of this week is going to be the Cool Gray Air Jordan 3. I'm going to be working on dropping that review tomorrow for y'all. So if you're watching this video later on in the week, the Cool Gray Air Jordan 3 review will be live, and I'll make sure to link it down below. In my opinion, this is a must-cop for this week. But I've also seen a lot of people talking about sleeping on this release. If you're going to sleep, just go ahead and sleep. Hopefully it makes it easier for those people that have been waiting on the Shooter Retro to actually cop. As far as release reminders for right now, that's all I got. Those are the two J's dropping this week. Now the next shoe we got is a friends and family only Adidas Form 84, and this one is by Bodega. Now there's only 333 pairs, and the way they put it is that it's not going to be sold in store. It's only going to be given to friends and family and important people in Boston. So if you ain't friends and family or know someone at Bodega, yeah, unfortunately you're probably not going to be getting a pair of these. Unless the friends and family pairs land on StockX, Go, eBay, which definitely could happen. We've seen friends and family pairs, PEs, hit those sites, so I wouldn't be surprised if these did too. Not a bad shoe in my opinion. Again, Adidas is putting a lot of energy behind these Form 84s. I think it's a good time right now to kind of retro this shoe. This shoe wouldn't have done well like 3-4 years ago, but with how the style is right now, I think this could be right up a good niche amount of people's alley. Y'all know it's a ton of more forms on the way and forms that have already dropped that I dig. So this one's solid. It's just friends and fam only. Now for this next one, I got a few questions about it, and this is a brand new pair of foams. Now right here, y'all see them. It's kind of like this warped grid type pattern on all of the upper. And this right here is a little positive. This is not a men's size sneaker, but I thought I seen a picture of Penny Hardaway in a full men's size of this shoe. Now that does not mean that this shoe is going to be dropping in full family sizing, but to get back to the colorway, it's not the worst foam, you know what I mean? It's nothing for me to really go in on. It's just a okay pair of foams. We've definitely seen worse, and really, I can just leave it at that. With March on the way, we're going to be seeing a lot of crazy Air Maxes, as well as some Women's Day releases, it seems. And this first one is inspired by the enduring spirit of Mexican women, and you guys see it right here. This is actually an Air Force One. Definitely not something for everybody. I'm not even sure if I'm a big fan. I'm not even really sure what I'm looking at here, but on the tongue I noticed there was like a flower logo, and there's actually a ton of like flower themed shoes dropping. I can't go through all of them on this week's Heater Hype, but just trust me, there's a lot of like Air Maxes, Blazers, a lot of these flower themed sneakers on the way. Maybe some more Women's Day releases, but this was one that just caught my eye. Jumping into some NB news, we actually have the Casablanca and New Balance 237 instead of the 327. This is a newer model, and this really reminds me of like a Saucony Jazz. And when I see this shoe and I compare it to the older collabs on the 327, I'm definitely not as big of a fan of this newer one. This 237 versus the 327. Obviously, it's like a less athletic, less sporty version of that shoe. And I'm not sure of the retail price on this collab, but I feel like the 327 just beats this one out in every way. Another NB collab, this time on the 878. I believe this is a Japanese-based brand, and it is Beauty and Youth. This one right here, I actually really like the midsole and the outsole on this New Balance. I've never seen an 878 before. And these ones seem to be using that traditional NB gray, some lighter hits, some darker hits, but NB gray nevertheless. And as far as like a global release right now, there is no date. I believe these did drop already over in Japan, but if you are looking for these stateside or anywhere else, I don't really have a lot of info on them. Not a bad drop, but definitely a very regular looking pair of NBs. And to end off the New Balance releases for this week, we also have the 20th anniversary of the New Balance 991. Now there are two colorways, a gray and a black, and a gray and like teal blue, teal green type color. And neither one of these two 20th anniversary colorways really does it for me. The thing I like most on either one of these pairs is that teal green color, and that's about it. There's no release date on these 991s yet, so that's all I got. Y'all know I mentioned Air Max is dropping in Air Max month, and we have another brand new pair kind of coming out of nowhere. And this is brand new laser pair of Air Max 90s. Now there's no 1000% confirmation that this is what the shoe is based on, but there is an old pair of laser Air Force Ones that was made by Mark Smith. You guys can see them right here. The Air Force Ones are fire, and honestly this 90, while I don't know how much wear I would really get out of it, I think they're pretty fire as well. Maybe I'm just kind of like a sucker for the laser theme. I mean, laser 4s, laser 5s, the old laser Kobe's. I feel like there's laser LeBrons. I always thought that this can be a dope design aspect of a shoe. It's a nice pair, but there is still no release date on these yet. The retail should be $150 as of right now, but I feel like we're gonna get more info on these next month. Up next, we got two more brand new pairs of Air Maxes. This first one being an Air Max 90, and this one is inspired by convenience store Ongiri. Now after a little bit of Google food, I found out that Ongiri is basically like a Japanese rice bowl. So like convenience store package wrap version of that. That is what this shoe is inspired by. The insoles of the shoe is like an all over rice pattern. You got a white, a gray, and like a sky blue on the upper. Japanese on the tongue, clear pull tabs. It even says pull 3 and pull 4 on the laces. As far as going all in on a theme, I feel like they really went all in with this pair. Still though, no release date on this joint, and as far as them releasing globally worldwide, have no clue just yet. And then we have one more pair of Air Maxes, another crazy pair, and this one is a 97. Y'all see it right here. The silver has like this water droplet effect on it. That pattern underneath is like Air Max prints and different colors all underneath. These are really giving me heavy like 2012 vibes when like the really loud shit was the real poppin' shit. These days there's a lot of tans, browns, really subdued stuff that really works. But these take that whole idea and just throw it out the window. Another Air Max out of nowhere, and another one with no release date. But I'm assuming that these will be dropping again next month. We got some more Sacai Nike news this week, a brand new Vapor Waffle colorway that we're going to be talking about. But the first one we're going to be talking about is another colorway in this low top pair of Sacai Blazers. Now we've seen the green as well as the orange, and now we have this black and white pair. Again, I like the high top or the mid top blazer over the low top every time, but the colorway is not bad. I mean, it's black, gray, and white. We've been hearing about these shoes for a very long time, and right now it seems like it's going to be spring or summer this year, 2021, when they actually do finally release. Now we do have some Yeezy news this week. First off being the Ash Stone colorway. Now these are going to be dropping on the 20th for that regular retail of $220, and they are, I'm not even going to say dark tan. It is a brown, seems to be gray, and like orangish color of the 350 V2. Not something that I am personally looking to cop. Now we also had another possible 350 V2 colorway called Covalite, and we haven't actually seen any leaked images of this particular colorway. Now, it could be a fluke, it could be a mistake, and this could be something that releases way off into the future. Maybe the name was a placeholder. No one knows just yet, but there could be another Yeezy 350 V2, and hopefully it isn't dark brown or dark tan or dark beige. Next up, let's jump into some dunk news. We have a brand new pair of SBs. This is the Nike SB Dunk Low and this camcorder colorway. Now, these are actually inspired by the Sony VX1000 camcorder. It's an older camcorder, and that definitely makes sense with skating, skateboarding. You see white balance, shutter speed, the colors of this, and from some of the images that I saw, the materials look pretty A1 on this pair too. Right now, I'm seeing that these should be dropping sometime in February. There's not too much time left, half of the month left, so don't be surprised if this is something that gets pushed into March. If I get that updated release date, I'll make sure to let y'all know. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the regular Dunks, no SB. First one being the lemonade pair or lemon drop pair of Dunk Lows. Now, a few people asked me about this shoe on Twitch, and I had no idea what they were talking about, but I seen the photos now, and it's another clean pair of Dunk Lows. You got the lemon embroidery, you know, stitched in back on the heel. The swoosh, from what it looks like, seems to be like textured like an actual lemon, so you know, that's cool. And it seems like you get those suedes or those nubucks. I mean, it's a Dunk, so more than likely it's going to be limited. More than likely it will be hard to get, and it's another fresh leak. I mean, for retail, I'll take a pair, sure. A dunk I'm particularly waiting on is this Game Royal Dunk High. Now, these should be dropping on June 19th, later on spring summer this year, and this will be my replacement for missing the Kentucky Blue Dunk Lows. That's what these are gonna do. And we already know that that orange and white, the Syracuse pair of Dunk Highs, is also coming. So if you can't tell already, this one is a cop for me. This week we have a brand new colorway. Now, if you are across the pond in Europe, these are going to be dropping on the 25th, I believe, of February. And this is a college navy, wolf gray, and university red pair of Dunk Lows. So a really deep, dark navy. This does have like this translucent sole as well. I think these will look better without the clear sole, if I'm being honest. Now, this is a small feet gang only release, but in my opinion, this one would be a pass. And actually, we got one more dunk for you. If you are in Europe, the medium curry Dunk Lows are going to be dropping on February 19th. That is this Friday. So for those of us in the rest of the world, I would assume that these will drop, you know, globally, maybe in March. Or it could be a Europe exclusive release. I'm not sure. This week, we also had a shoe that we talked about a long time ago last year pop up out of nowhere this week. Blame, y'all see him right here. And this is an updated look. I believe this is a mock-up of the Mocha Air Jordan 10. And I'm not mad at this colorway. It kind of reminds me of like an older Milwaukee Bucks like PE version of the Air Jordan 10. You got the dark mocha all over the upper, this black, this purple, and there's also infrared 23 on the shoe as well. Again though, this is a mock-up, this is a leak, this is a rumor. So when we get those official photos of the actual shoe, it could look a little bit different, but this color blocking, I'm not mad at. Brown, black, purple, infrared does not sound like it would work, but these are not bad in my opinion. Okay, it is time to get into this week's official Basuda of the week. Now, for this first one, this is a true what the fuck are these type sneaker. And I don't even know if all y'all are gonna call them Basuda because they're actually kind of cool. All right, y'all ready? Now, I'm surprised a lot of y'all did not send me this shoe. I might have seen like 1 or 2 people send it to me, and it should have been on a few weeks ago's Basuda of the week, but it just didn't make it in. Now, I watched this video over and over again to see if this was a physical shoe in this dude's hand or if it was like AR, but I think this is real. Y'all see the RTX 3080 on the side, the graphics card that you still can't get. Even if you don't think this is Basuda, this is a true what the fuck are these type sneakers. These are the true Cyberpunk 2077s right here, right now for your feet in 2021. Now, as far as the shoe actually being wearable, I don't think it is because all the parts are inside of them. But I missed this one a few weeks ago, so I wanted to make sure it made it onto one of the heater hypes for this year. Now, let's get into the nastiness this week. This shoe, a lot of y'all sent me. I've had so many Twitter mentions for this particular next shoe. I went ahead, did some research, and looked it up, and for 900 euros, there was 3 pairs made in each colorway. Y'all can see them right here. Now, the 3 colorways that I've seen that they actually sold on their site was the bloody feet, which is the red pair, the slimy feet, which is the green pair, as well as like the 4 toes or the 4 fingers feet, which are like the black pair. Now, the black pair was 600 euros, but the like thigh-high Frogger boots, those is gonna run you 1,092, I think, retail USD. And I feel like the whole point of this shoe was just to make something crazy and have people talk about it. We're talking about it over here where I don't wear no high heels, and I don't even think any of the ladies out there in finesse game would pay $1,000 to put these on their feet. I'm gonna ask y'all out there, if your significant other pulled up with the green slimy boots on to the thighs, are you letting it rock, or are you telling them that they need to return them shits ASAP Rockington? I'm gonna be taking the second option. Y'all know the deal, bro. I need 3 words to describe either the Cyberpunk 2077s or the Frogger ones. Make sure you leave them down in the comments below, but that is the Basuda of the week. A lot of y'all want me to talk about these, so blam, there you go. This is your Nasty Award winner of the week. Now, let's go ahead and get these shits off my screen so we can go ahead and get back to the heat, bro. Now, this next one might surprise y'all, especially coming from me, but there is a brand new pair of Nike Sacai Vapor Waffles in like a cream and white or a sail and white colorway, and I think this is going to be the first one that I actually don't like. This colorway to me is definitely the worst one we've seen so far, and I didn't even really like the black and gum pair either. I feel like we've just gotten so many better colorways already that this white and sail and white and gum, I don't know, this one just ain't it. It's just not hitting for me. And that's coming from someone who loves the Vapor Waffle. I wouldn't even try to cop this pair. Now, we also had another PE pop-up this week. This time it is the Florida Gators Air Jordan 5. And just like before with the Oklahoma Sooners joint, with the UNC 5s, they're fire every time. But if you ain't got a lot of chips on your hip, know somebody, or playing for the team, you're not getting these right here, man. Just another fire PE Air Jordan 5 coming from JB once again. Now, for this next shoe, we finally got a release date. It is the European release date, which is on February 20th, and that is for the Mars Yard colorway of the Nike Overbreak. And as far as the Overbreak goes, this is definitely one of the hardest colorways so far. Now, I wanted to make sure to mention these because I did talk about them a few weeks ago. There was no release date on this shoe yet. So with this European release date, I would assume that they would be coming globally maybe next month. This week, we finally got the release date for the ready-made blazer in both the black and that mostly white colorway. Now, both should be dropping on February 27th, and I believe that is through Nike sneakers. Now, I'm going to assume that this collab is going to release in different boutiques, but as far as Nike sneakers go, it is the 27th. That is 2 days after my birthday, and trust me, I will be going for both colorways. This is definitely going to be one of my most anticipated shoes of 2021, and I just hope that they look good on a size 12 Yacht Gang foot, because if I get a pair, that's where they're going, straight to the toe. And then to wrap up this week, we have like a hype tornado type collab. Out of nowhere, we got this picture right here of a Fragment Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low. Now, we used to joke about like an off-white Travis Scott Supreme Air Jordan 5, but we're only one collab off of something like that with this. Now, it seems like there is a difference between this one and the one that we saw Trav wearing a few weeks ago or last year. It seems like it is a sail swoosh as well as a sail midsole, and you get the numbers on the outsole just like the Fragment Air Jordan 3. You also get that double bolt logo back there on the heel, so there could be a possible, or it could just be friends and family, but Travis Scott Fragment Jordan 1 Low. And if this shoe does release, best believe there's going to be some crazy hype on it for sure. But for right now, that's all we got. Photos and leaks. Listen, man, y'all let me know, did you cop anything down below, or did you save all your money in the pockets this week? Remember, that is always a good option. New sample drop this Saturday, 8 p.m. EST. Cactus Blossom flannels are on the way. The last one sold out within like 10-15 minutes, so be there at 8 p.m. Y'all see it, I'm wearing it. Y'all see the stitch, y'all see the details, y'all know how we do. Make sure you drop a like on this biz, sub up if you haven't already. What are you doing? And finesse the bell as well. Listen, I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Much love to all the fam, followers, and of course supporters. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, Twitch. We're probably live on Twitch right now, so come through, say what's good here, there, blah blah blah. Of course, Bud RC, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Cool Grade 3 review will be dropping tomorrow, so be looking out. And that's it, man. Time for me to go edit. Much love. Peace.
If you come here trying to take some, there's a lot more where that came from, and it really ain't no thing. I got some up here in this thing. I just dropped the jig in my Red Bull, and it really gave me wings. Yeah, up and away. Y'all should have seen this shit